Tonight we are pausing to mark 20 years since Hurricane Katrina made landfall on the Gulf Coast. It remains one of the deadliest and costliest disasters in U.S. history. As Jennifer Borkland reports, New Orleans has rebuilt, but the city remains forever changed.
On the campus of Tulane University,
Napoleon sells it to the U.S.
Katrina is part of a lesson for a group of architecture students who have little, if any, memory of the deadly storm.
It's American history to them, okay? I'm 59. It would be like talking about World War II practically when I was a kid.
But for this city, it's a reality that's reshaped their community and lives.
There seems to be a sense of confusion by these four people on which way to go.
The unbelievable images on TV screens across the nation that last week of August 2005 are indelibly imprinted on anyone who lived through it.
Get us out of here! We want to get out of here!
We're suffering. We're suffering here.
90-degree heat in the days that followed, with New Orleans humidity, the response at the Superdome vastly underestimating the human toll.
Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
Failures by FEMA and man-made levees compounded the humanitarian disaster in the days following the initial storm as the floodwaters continued to rise.
And you could see the news gets worse and worse and worse.
Back inside the classroom, Tulane University geographer and Associate Dean of Research Richard Campanella shares details and memories of the tragedy with his students.
So imagine that flood wall completely disintegrating. People are living at -4 here. The water is at +14. That's 18 feet of head within the span of 2 blocks.
Campanella says the man-made elements failed 20 years ago, but with work on the drainage and levee systems, New Orleans is now in a much better position to withstand a hurricane like Katrina. While in the 9th Ward, one of the hardest hit neighborhoods, there are reminders parts of this city may never fully recover.
And as Jennifer Borkland reporting, of course, so many of the refugees and evacuees ended up here in southeast Texas and further west. 1 year after the storm, the city's population dropped by 250,000, and an estimated 40% of those who were displaced never returned.